It's the Sports Kings.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Yep. Happy hump day to everybody. This is the Sports Kings podcast. I am Big Mike, alongside my partner, Rob Calloway. Welcome into the show, everybody. Got I think a pretty lively show. If you saw my last Instagram post, you see how I'm feeling about this thing today.
2 words for you.
Say what?
2 words for you. That's how you feeling?
What does that mean? Explain.
I got 2 words for you.
Oh, the DX.
You got to fix the Triple H during the DX, right?
Okay, the Generation X situation. Yeah, follow us on Instagram at Sports Kings Live. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook as well. They're all at Sports Kings Live. Send us an email or 2 or 3 or whatever. SportsKingsLive@gmail.com. We're also looking for sponsors for the show. So if you'd like to sponsor any segment, once we start segmenting the show, any hour of the show, feel free to send us an email, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Yeah, Rob, you mentioned while we were off air before we started recording here that it's another beautiful day in the ATL. What have you done with your day today?
Oh, man. Nothing. Sat around the Georgia Department of Labor today, man. Okay. Worked on some stuff for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Did a few steroids, ran.
Just a few, huh? Okay.
Huh?
I said just a few, huh?
You caught me.
You gonna go hard.
I'm just saying, man. It's the anniversary week, baby. We celebrating the anniversary of all the juices going up on Capitol Hill, man. So yeah, I did a little juice today, and now I'm here with you, man. Ready to rock and roll for the next 2 hours.
Absolutely. This is gonna be. I think. See, I'm gonna say this, and then it's gonna be terrible, but I feel good about today's show. I feel all right. Yeah. I mean, I got a little NBA stuff, a little here and there is in the NBA. We got some more stuff from the NCAA holds and some, a couple miscellaneous things that kind of just I keep passing down within my notes that I haven't gotten to in previous shows. But today, and then, we got a bunch of NFL stuff going on as well. NFL is always, alive and kicking. But, yeah, crazy thing happened today. Well, not crazy. Well, I'm trying to package this the right way. Like, there's this little game that I play with Rob, and I don't even know if Rob knows I play this game with him, but it's just this thing that I do.
Oh, Lord.
It's just this thing that I do it's just funny to me. And I'm going to let you guys know what it is. Like, when we do these recordings, they're usually in the early to mid-evening. And, like, I have this kind of paranoia in me that while we're doing the recording, like, something huge is happening in sports. So the minute we stop and everything gets posted and we do all the post-production stuff that needs to go on with these podcasts, I take myself to another room, either, downstairs or whatever, to, catch up on my DVR stuff. But immediately I'm going back and I'm trying to see what happened while I spent this 2.5 hours on this podcast. And what inevitably will happen is either the next morning or to afternoon, sometime before the next show, like Rob will send me a text, and it'll be like, usually I text Rob about some just stupid ignorantness, just the most ignorant stuff ever. But like Rob would text me like an article, an actual a topic for the show, and I don't know if you realize, I never text back.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
And it's like, I never reply at all. It's because most of the time when you do that, like 90% of the time, I've already read the article. like the Chris Borland thing, like I saw that the night, probably like 10 minutes after we got through recording that night. And the
right, but I went to bed, I woke up, and I was like, oh my God, we were just talking about this.
And then it happened again today. But what happened today? First of all, let me get through like the little BS stuff in the NFL first. The NFL crazy stuff. Greg Hardy's now a Cowboy, 1 year deal. Whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Bernard Pierce got busted for DUI last night, and
awesome.
Yeah, as smart as he is, you know what's gonna happen to me, don't you? I'm gonna get cut. Well, you were right, Bernard. You got cut.
That is so awesome that he tells the police officer that, like, in some neck of the woods, Green Bay, you're a Packer, you get stopped in Green Bay, or, even if I can't say thousands because several thousands been in jail, but, just depending on where you are. If you say, hey, man, I'm such and such and such and such with whatever, like, man, please, man, just cut me a break.
No.
Like,
they just re-signed the other kids.
Get that break.
Yeah, what position does Bernard Pierce play, Rob?
And he's back.
In what league?
Not for long.
Okay.
The NFL.
All right. See, exactly.
But it's just so awesome that you tell the cop, like, hey, man, you know I'm about to lose my job, don't you? You know I'm about to get cut tomorrow. No, that's so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the same way you could have killed somebody out here on these streets.
Right.
Keep it right, yeah. And then too, it's St. Patrick's Day, man. Everybody's offering free rides. I mean, that's what the realistic thing is. On that day in particular, like you have access. I mean, you already financially have access, but then on top of that, people are everywhere. AAA and all these people, checker cabs, they offering free rides.
Well, we talked about it, but I'm saying these athletes, like these NFL players, have that number that they can call, right?
Yeah,
that's on the back of their player card or whatever.
There's so many resources. It's like for you to now say, I'm going to get cut. Well, you know why you saying that? Because your boss already told you. Your boss, Ozzie Newsome, already told you it's not happening around here. No more. That Ray Rice stuff is not happening. And I guess you feel like you need to put it to the test. And I mean, he's young enough. He's good enough for running back. He'll find a gig somewhere. But especially for they just re-signed the other kid, Justin Forsett. They just paid him some money. So, yeah, you're expendable anyway, cuz with all these running backs in the draft, yeah. And then it's the Ravens. Like, they don't miss on a lot of draft picks. So, it's like a culmination, like a perfect storm of just stupidity that's just falling on you. And now you're going to have to find work, somewhere. You'll find work in Detroit or wherever, and, you'll learn from it. What else? Locally here, Corey Bierman, he'll be back. The most almost had him guy in the league. Troy has the most near sacks in the whole league. He leads the league in that category.
Near sacks? Is that a new stat?
No, it can't be. Because that would mean missed sacks have to be a stat too. Because that's exactly it's the same thing. Robert McClain, he's left town and he's now a New England Patriot. This is news from the other day. The NFL Veterans Combine, I meant to mention it because we have been talking about it. But it's going to be kind of weird. There's only going to be drills. So there's going to be no interviews. There's going to be no medical, which, our guy Terrell Troop, we talked about him, guy who used to play for the Buffalo Bills out of University of Central Florida. Like, he's going out there to, prove to people that his back he had some back injuries or back issues. And he's going out there to show people that his back is straight, but there will be no medical exams. So I guess they just have to go by the way he looks on the field during the on-field drills and the bench presses and the long jumps and the verticals and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is basically what's happened as a kind of a glaze over of the minor happenings in the NFL. But now this happens this morning. I'm getting out the shower. I'm trying to figure out, all right, before I get going with the stuff I need to get going with, what are we going to talk about today? And I open up my phone, I look at my phone, and just like I've got this app on my phone, so it's a widget that continuously updates sports stories or whatever. I look at my phone, and lo and behold, NFL doctor says CTE rare. I was like, oh, the football gods love me. Right. It's one of those things where I have to just put it down too. I can't read it right away because I have to process everything. Like, part of my process is when I see a headline like that, I have to get all of my preconceived notions out first and what I think it might be and what my reaction may be, and then put all that to the side so I can read it with a clear mind and actually, get from it what I'm supposed to get from it. And then, about, an hour or two later, then Rob texts me. I played a little game with him. Well, okay. Already read it. So,
I was at the Labor Department, so they ain't even out. I was waiting in line, so they ain't even out.
I almost hate that I told you that, man, because it's such a fun game. I just wanted to share it with the people, though. It's like my own little personal joy. Like, yes, Robert. But you did get me the other day with the Todd Gurley thing, because I didn't know anything about it. You mentioned it to me on the air. So that's like the out of the 99%, that's the 1% of the time that I had no idea that thing, that Todd Gurley bill was going on in Congress or the Senate or whatever it was. Okay, now, for those of you who are tired of hearing me talk about this game, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. What just happened? Okay, for those of you who are wondering, what the hell is Mike talking about? All right.
Yeah, Mike, what the hell you talking about, son?
I don't know. Something's going on with everything that I'm trying to work on today. All right. So, everyone knows, it was big in the news yesterday. Chris Borland retired at the age of 24 from the San Francisco 49ers. He's no longer going to play professional football. So, the Steelers neurosurgeon and NFL medical consultant Joseph Maroon, he says, quote, "The problem of CTE, although real, it's being over-exaggerated." He goes,
Unbelievable.
It's being over-exaggerated to youth football and high school football. He goes on to say there are more injuries to kids falling off bikes, scooters, falling in playgrounds than there are in youth football, because he just has this information on hand. I really believe it's never been safer in terms, and I want everyone to do this. We can even have fun with it. I don't know how successful this will be, but you can play a little drinking game with it. Like while you're watching Sports Center or NFL Network, just take a shot every time you hear this phrase. It's never been safer, because that's the company line now. You're going to hear that plenty. It's never been safer. The game's never been safer. The game's as safe as it's ever been. You're going to hear that a lot. They're going to push that down your throat to the point where you're going to start saying it. But don't fall for it. Don't fall for the old banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Don't fall for it, because that's all they want out of you. They're going to say it and say it. It's like politicians. They're going to keep saying it until finally you say, you know what? The game is safe as it's ever been. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, I saw this thing the other day. What was I reading? That a 280-pound man running at 15 miles per hour has the same kinetic force as an AK-47 at point-blank range. What?
Oh, my God.
What? I don't know a lot about kinetic.
What was that? Sports science?
I don't know all about kinetic energy and all that kind of stuff. But when I hear AK-47 and point blank range, I just know it means pain.
Somebody got ripped up.
Yeah, it means hurt and pain. Yeah, so I'm good about this whole it's a whole lot safer. Now, all you doing is you fining people more and you punishing people more for playing for football plays. That's what you're doing. You're not putting people back in the game with brain injuries anymore, which you shouldn't have been doing in the first damn place. So it's like one of those things. It's like if I catch that's not a good example of doing something, like making something so bad. It's like me going through my bedroom, just ripping stuff off the wall and just taking the drawers out the dresser drawer, dumping clothes everywhere, and then going back in and making up the bed. I was like, it ain't as bad as it was. Well, yeah, you messed it up in the first place. That's exactly what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hella safe now. Nah, it's just different because you're not putting people back in games 2 minutes after they've been unconscious. So there's that. You know what I mean? And really, you still are. Because if anybody watched the Super Bowl, you watch Wes Welker get concussed by Cam Chancellor and stay in the game, the entire game. This is a dude who's had multiple concussions. But, yeah, it's the Super Bowl. What are you going to do? Yeah, die. And this dude's talking about he still want to keep on playing. Good luck, Wes.
Right. Right now, nobody's touching that.
Yeah, we'll see you, Wes. Now, this is why I said today is going to be a good day, because it's one of those days where I really got to do some work. Like, this ain't about me. This ain't about, like, looking at articles and, trying to figure out, what's the top 10 on ESPN.